What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Asia session stream. I hope you guys are doing great. I am doing absolutely amazing as usual. Today, I ended up taking one trade, one win right here on a long opportunity. Let me see here. Can we show the executions? Yeah, I think they leave. Yeah, I think they we can't see the executions when the market closes. So yeah, I took one trade, one win. Very clean long here at around, I entered at 12, 15 or 16. Ended up targeting this most recent high being created. Just a quick scalp on NQ. Uh, you see here, I was talking about the longs that I was seeing within the trading floor, and it ended up actually happening. It ended up actually closing bullish, but you can see here, once the new candle opened, we wiped out that high, and we ended up closing bearish on that candle, and that lead me basically to project that the next candle has more chances of closing bearish than bullish, which is exactly what happened right after. So on this daily candle, we did close right here, which is exactly what we expected from the CPI. We are currently above the weekly open. So at this current point, I am anticipating that we already formed the downwick of a future bullish candle, a candle that will eventually close bullish on the weekly. So we have 2 more days. We have Thursday and Friday, and usually Friday is a pullback day for basically to create the upwick of that bar. So, and if we created an open low and now we're flipping above the opening price right here, then I would expect Thursday to push up and then potentially Friday to create the close and a small pullback. So we've pushed up very aggressively within the last 2 weeks. It is normal to see some chop. Of course, it is something that I was expecting. I was not expecting necessarily a big move from the next weekly bar. I was just expecting that the next, I would say the most recent high, this weekly high, had a lot of chances of being swept, which I think we could see either tonight or tomorrow when we open. But I am definitely leaning bullish for the rest of the week, and I would want to see this previous weekly high being taken out. So the market just opened right here. Let's see what ends up happening. I'll go over my game plan and everything that I see and trades that we could potentially take together. Let's see here. We just opened. Small little gap up. Probably going to get filled within the next few seconds. But let me pull out the chat here. I did not even have the chat ready. So, what's up, chat? What's up? What's up? Your hourly prediction was wrong. It was not wrong, unfortunately. You're lying. Visuals. It did close bullish. Didn't it? It closed bullish. It closed back within the range, though. But it did close bullish. So, it's just a framework, basically. It's just a way to position yourself as either a buyer or a seller. But here, we popped that high. And then we ended up just creating a full-on accumulation candle. What do you really want to do with this? The market was choppy. It went sideways. We did get the push up though, which is exactly what I expected, I would say. This push up right here. But what do you really want to do here when we're stuck inside a 40-point range for more than an hour and a half? There's quite nothing you can do about it. So yeah, but definitely, like, when I see a candle like this, I will not shy away from longs. Absolutely not. Even if my framework gets disregarded, I have levels that I look for in order for me to go on the opposite side. Like I said, the fibs, they give me the story. If I expect that the next bar will be bearish, but we're now back above 70% of the previous bar, then I'm switching my bias. What, for 10 points, is that what you're trading for? Looking for 4-hour and hourly? candles and waiting for 10 points. Come on, bro, you are better than this. I don't know if you're trolling me, but this is basically what I do, yeah. I'm known for that. I don't need more than this, bro. I actually don't need more than this. It's just a different style. You can't really hate about it. You know, if you hate, you're just a hater. Know what I mean? But yes, I prefer like getting my bias from those higher time frame candles, framing the next one and just going for quick scalps instead of framing the whole move. Why? Because mechanically, framing the whole move is something that you'll lose your edge in different market conditions, different market regimes. When if you have an exit based strategy, then you tend to do well in market conditions that are very consolidating, I would say, or very choppy, and trendy market conditions also. I'm not getting 10 points. This is not, I'm not getting 10 points at all. Usually, like today the trade that I took was 15 points. Was out of this scalp right here, or like 17 points, something like this. But today my objective was just to take a quick scalp and make a flip day because I'm already up big on my accounts. Usually, like, depending if I use the hourly and the 5 minute, my trades would run for 40 to 50 handles, I would say 40 to 50 points. It's not about an amount of points that I'm looking for. It's always structure. And yeah, so especially, like, keep in mind visuals. Like, my play style is fully based on the fact that I am not trying to maximize my expected value. I'm trying to maximize the amount of trades that I take in order for me to request payouts using prop firms. You know, there's like the things that I'm trying to optimize are different. I am trying to optimize the amounts of trades, so frequency of trades. I am also trying to maximize the winning streaks, okay, without seeing losing streaks, so a low risk of ruin. And I also have a very low risk reward in order for me to um, get those results. So that's pretty much what I do. But of course I get it. If you put me into a live account, I would definitely hold my runners. That's don't worry about that. But when you trade to protect your downside using props, I would say I don't have another approach that is as mechanical where I can truly trust like that. But I know you get it. I see you all the time here in the chat. So, but how do you trade though? I would want to know. Like, do you trade like order flow, footprint, supply and demand? Yeah, I do giveaways for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, like the framework that I use is not. That's the thing. You can't look at a framework and be like, oh, his framework failed, which means that his way of thinking is wrong. This is not what you. This is not the point. A framework should give you the right direction most of the time. Okay, of course that framework is not going to be 100% win rate, but what's going to happen is that within this framework you have tools that will tell you to switch your bias immediately, which for me, aggression above or below the opening price is a very good indication, number one. And also the fib levels. Sorry. So fib levels where if I capitulate over 70% of the previous bar, then I'm going to switch my bias. Oh, yeah, you copy trade 25 accounts, you tell me. I remember. I have my own setup. I do one micro contract, copy 25 accounts, and usually 200. $50 to $300 a day. My target, if I lose 300, I stop trading. Okay, that's cool. I like that. That's good. I think you have the right approach for the amount of accounts that you trade. If you trade a super small amount of accounts, I think over risking is an edge. When if you trade a lot of accounts, then being taken as slow is really the edge there, because the initial investment is so different. You know what I mean? Like, also, like, for the amount of points, the debate of the amount of points, like, if you enter with 2 micros or 3 micros and you go for 50 points or 70 points, it's not more skilled than someone who enters with 2 minis and goes for 10, or 1 mini and goes for 20. You know, it's literally the same thing. It's just 2 different frameworks. For me, someone who enters minis is someone who's aggressive, and I am someone who trades minis. It's just different play styles, really. CPI data low hasn't been taken out. Do you think price will go there first? Let me see. Just looking at this candle, how it closed, I am not confident in the fact that price will close bullish tomorrow. And I'm not saying this because I don't trust my weekly analysis. I still trust it. I still think we do have a lot of chances, but I would require more information from I would say more aggression above the daily candle's opening price for me to know that there's a bigger likelihood of us reaching the previous daily high than the previous daily low. So currently here, if I pull out my fib from the low to the high of that bar, look at where we are. 50%, which means that the distance between the previous daily high and the distance between the previous daily low is exactly the same. So that doesn't really give me much confidence in order to buy or sell or like have an aggressive bias at the daily open, because we don't have a strong close on that daily. So here, again, like what I would basically do in those cases is I would remain bullish because of how that candle closed and the overall context on the weekly until price. So there's 2 scenarios. If price opens up higher, wick fills, then that candle capitulates below 75% of that print. For me, there's a way bigger likelihood of us reaching the previous daily low than the previous daily high. So that would be a short that I would try to take right here for the previous daily low. But for me, I'm favoring longs. So the best case scenario is we open up lower, hold within this bar, okay, 61.8. We push very aggressively back up, and we break above 50% of that previous wick, and we then take a long back to the most recent high, which is that previous daily high. So we would need a lot of things to happen on the hourly structure for us to get that. So maybe we'll see Asia chop, London manipulate, flip above the opening price, New York then clearing out those highs, or we're going to see something similar to yesterday where Asia pushed and London pushed also, and New York opened, and then we chopped. This is a scenario that happens quite often. So yeah, we'll see. I would say like the most 2 important levels are those I would say 720 and 908. 908 and 720 will tell me either if price has more chances of seeing the previous daily high or the previous daily low. That's how I read it. Like my overall thesis on this is like the closer you get to a time-based liquidity or previous daily high, previous daily low, the more chances you have of sweeping it. I view it as a magnet, and when price approaches it, then it tells me that we built, like the new value is below that daily candle's opening price or above that daily candle's opening price. So I look for those kind of things where if we approach that level, I am not trying to fade away and like try to go for a reversal before that level gets taken out, you know. How did your trading go today? Let me show you. Let me go on my Tradeify dashboard right now. Let me go on this. Let me share my screen here. You guys see my screen now? But basically right now, I have my balance is at 153,831. I was able to make $1,500 per account within the last 2 days. So I made 1,200 on Tuesday, and I had 1,250, and today I made 250. So I'm up. I have 2 winning days after my previous payout. So I need 3 more flip days of 250, and I'll be able to request another probably above $10,000 to $11,000 payout. So taking it slow, you see the power of base hits. Like, those are funded accounts, you know, they're not evals or anything. So I'm taking it slow. You know, I'm waiting for my setup. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose, you know. So that's pretty much how I do it. So if I go here to payouts, you can see, like, full transparency, I requested 11,720 within the last few right here. So 08, 06, so 6 days ago. So you see right there, it's my payout number 33, and totaling above $82,576 made within the last, I think the first payout I ever got, let's go here. The first payout I've ever got was from Lightning funded accounts at 0827. So within 12 days, no, a little bit more, 15 days. So in 15 days, it will be exactly 365 days since my first payout on Tradeify. And now I'm 82,576 in sim payouts, and what is it, 14,000 in live. So that makes me like at 96,500. So probably gonna be able to reach I don't think I'm gonna be able to reach 100K in total sim payouts before that I would say that year mark, 365 days. But we're approaching that. We're going for that, you know. So that's what I live by, the power of base hits. Hell yeah. Let me pull out the chat here because I was not really reading the chat while I was showing all of this. You see, so like, you can't really mind the approach overall. You get what I mean? Visual. And I know you know. But the overall approach is like, you need to choose your approach depending on who you are and your ability to handle stress, your ability to reinvest into the business model, your ability to accept losses. If your mind, let's say, I'll give you an example. My mind, if I get in a trade knowing that I have 60% chance of losing it, even if I know that the strategy will give me a positive expected value, even if I know that this strategy works and truly will give me profits at the end of the year, my brain cannot understand the fact that it's not gambling. That's just for me, you know. And I also can't. I don't like to put myself in a position where, um, if I take, like, I don't want to put myself in a position where I know I could take a 5 trade losing streak at any time in a span of 100 trades. Where if I have a lower risk reward, like I do usually, then it's very hard for me to get into those big losing streaks. You know, even if the profits are going to be small, consistent gains, you know, for me that works way better for me. I am going to do a giveaway. Yeah, 100%. We're going to do multiple giveaways, not just one. Trust me. Trust me, my brother. All right. Let's see. All these order flow, footprint, level 2, all fancy stuff, just a chart and candles, all you need. I would agree with this. I would agree. I agree with that statement. Yeah, CPI was definitely one of the worst action I've seen in a while. Like, I was not I was not on the charts until like 10, I would say like 10:20-ish. And I was watching it, I was like, okay, if we're not breaking out very aggressively, I will not take anything. And uh, I just took a quick scalp and left, but that was a very good decision on my end because holy, like this right here, I don't know how many people, how many blown accounts there was here, but damn. How did you guys do today, though? I want to know, because those days are hard. They take a lot of time before actually distributing to the target. Let me know how it went. We can run a poll, actually, Tony, if we can. Run a poll on how people did today. They green, red, B. Why don't you go for a 10K buffer at least before you pay out on 150K accounts? Why would I do that though? Like, for me, if I see green, I take green. If I'm past the 5 winning days and I can request a 10,000 or 11,000, 12,000 US dollar payout, I am not gonna let that money sit in my account just because I want to reach a certain level, like a certain round number before actually requesting. I think I think I heard that from one of my friend, but I think like always chasing round numbers is like one of something a lot of gamblers do, like degens. Am I right? Like they always want the number to be like perfect. If they're like down $5, they will play their life to get back to 0-0. Let me know if I'm right. That's what he told me. What's up, Jay? How you doing, my brother? Moz, do you find it more helpful to stay unfunded for payout rather than going live? This thing, really. I would say like it's just the psychology behind it of I can make so much money today knowing that I'm in a live account. That's really like those demons I needed to fight when I was trading a live account, you know. But I would say you can have those also with selects, knowing that you can make a big day. But for me, like just knowing I need to make a 5 small winning day of 250 and I can request a payout. If I already built my buffer, which is usually what I try to do, I immediately try to request the payout. You know, I don't try to reach a certain level before requesting a payout. Of course, I am building some sort of buffer where I know if I request the payout, I'm not gonna be in a position of like I'm gonna blow the account right after, you know. So like usually on my accounts, it could be 50 or 150. If it's a select, I usually would want to request anything above 3,000. I would request the payout. Anything above 3,000, I'd request. That's for me. For me. Let's forget about CPI, Briv. Yeah, that CPI was not it. I hope yeah, I think some people got decimated by this one. Got that rich laugh. Okay, no. I always laugh that way. Everyone always told me I had a special laugh. I have the high, let's say like, depending on the joke. If it's like very funny, I'll have like that high pitched laugh. But if it's like a joke where I still need to like chill, I'll throw like a fake laugh out there for sure. Congrats on the payout milestone. Genuine question: how much did you pay in evals accounts? I don't know exactly, but I'd say like usually like I invest somewhere between like 1,500. It's really depending for sure. I have like very dry streaks sometimes, but I would say anywhere between like the ROI would be like anywhere between 5 to 6x. And for sure, there's terrible months where I'll decimate a lot of evals before being able to request a payout. The margin is going to be lower, but in general, like anything above like 5x is good. So if you, let's say, if you make 100K for off-ramp trading, then being able to do it without having to spend 20, in my opinion, is kind of impossible. Not impossible, but like in a short span of time, if you want to be aggressive, you know, you have to make up for that aggressiveness. You're always active the whole trading period. If you are not streaming, when did you last look or trade during the New York AM session? I trade every single day during the New York AM session. My segment though on Tradeify TV is from 12:30 to 1:30 and then 6 to 8:30 p.m. So yeah, I do trade the AM PM session of New York session and also the Asia session, the opening of the Asia session, because I go for the daily highs and lows. Agreed. Your job as a prop trader is to get paid. If you need a big buffer, your risk is too high. I agree. See green, take green. I like that. I like that quote. See green, take green. What are the disadvantages of going live? I don't see any disadvantage in going live if you have access to the live bonus program, the elite live program. It's like pretty much being on sim plus steroids, there's actually no disadvantage. But I would say like the psychology of being in a real live account where you can't really gamify anything really. You really need to be a good trader to see profits. Take the money and run away. Yeah, hell yeah. Seeing two accounts flashing green with request payouts, I would imagine is like getting a hit of bro, imagine if you see 5, bro. I'm clicking it immediately. Bro, sometimes I would say even last time, as soon as I was able to request the payout, I forgot to actually film a video. Like I recorded my screen, but like I forgot to like take pictures and stuff. I said I was gonna do it on stream too, but I completely forgot. I was hypnotized by that. How much discretion do you use while you are in the trade for trade management? Absolutely zero. My trading is fully based on targets rather than entries. And my job is to basically, I am predicting that the high that I'm targeting or the low that I'm targeting has X percentage of chance of being swept within X amount of minutes. So that's pretty much what I do. So I don't use any discretion at all for my system, plus especially not for trade management. Do you ever try to put your strategy to Claude code for optimization? No, I never did that. Are they that powerful though? Is Claude powerful enough to help me in any sense? Like I always thought like AI is good, of course, but is it like powerful to a point where it's really gonna understand what I'm saying? Is like even just asking him to give me a script, sometimes he freaking starts spitting some bullshit. So I don't know if I can trust him with my data. I still do everything manually till this day. But it's currently 6:30 p.m. my brothers, and we have the GOAT, Terrence, in the chat.
Oh,
Let's bring him in. What's up, Terrence? How are you doing, my brother?
E, what up? What up? Doing well, man. Doing well. How are you?
Doing great, bro. What's that shirt?
Sonics, baby. Had to show
Sonics.
some
What is
love.
that?
Seattle Supersonics, man. Oh, you're too young for that, bro.
Yeah.
Sonics were Seattle's NBA team up until like 2005 or something like that. And then they ended up moving to Oklahoma. So now the Sonics are now the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you've ever heard of that team. Yeah.
Wait, okay.
Yep.
Damn.
I grew up
I
going
guess
to
I'm too young for that.
yeah, bro. Grew up going to Sonics games, but we're getting the team back. For all my all my Seattle folks in the chat. Yep, the Sonics are getting a team back. I think in like 2028 or something like that.
Because you're a Seahawks fan.
I like the Seahawks. The Saints are my squad. Seahawks are the hometown team. MD CCP knows Gary Payton, the glove. That's what I'm rocking right now. Yeah. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, I like the shirt. I like the shirt. It's nice. I have one. I had two basketball shirts in my life. One was, who was it? I think it was Kyle Lowry.
Oh yeah, Kyle Lowry. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I had his shirt when he was on the Raptors. I don't know where that shirt went, but I have LeBron James upstairs. Maybe I can bring it so we have the matching
Yo,
basketball shirt. Let me come back.
I'm down with that. I'm down. Let's go. Chat, what is up? What is up? Great to be kicking it with you guys. The best chat of the day. I see we got some Sonics love in here. Niv trades. Gary Payton was cooking. 100%. Gary Payton, my favorite Sonic player back in the days. Yep. Sean Kemp. Interesting fact. I went to high school with a couple of Sean Kemp's kids. But yep. Production, shout out. Thank you for the love of the throwback jersey. Man, what a day. Dang, we got some basketball heads in the chat. You guys got some insight. I see you dropping some names. Kevin Durant, a lot of people don't know this was the team Kevin Durant was drafted to. Yeah. Happy CPI Wednesday. What a heck of a day. Well. Joy Morgan in the chat. Joey, we actually have a special treat for you today, because this is a spoiler alert a little bit. For our Asia session experiment, we are kicking off the IB strat today. And we have none other than your indicator on the charts. So I'll show that a little bit later. I like treats. Y'all forgot Ray Allen, my favorite Sonic. Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to drop that. Yo, that is fire.
Okay, look at this. Is it not tough?
Let's go. That is fire, bro. Yeah.
LeBron James. Better than Michael Jordan. I want to hear anything.
Bro, I am 100% with you on that. I've been a LeBron fan. Every team he's gone to, I've been a LeBron fan. I go where LeBron goes.
I'm the same. Absolutely.
Let's go. We got some heat on our chests for the Asia session stream, bro. I love it.
100%. You had to have the matching outfits. Miriam's gonna be jealous now. She watches.
She is. She's probably gonna go get her jersey. She's gonna feel the FOMO.
You know what? I actually never ever wore that shirt in my life. I think it's the first time. It's like it's crazy. I don't have any occasions to put like a jersey like that. Where do you put this?
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it's tough. I don't really like be rocking these outside of games unless I go to a game. Well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like even if you go to hoop, like you just seem like you're trying so hard.
If you pull up with a
LeBron James shirt, bro. No one's gonna take you serious.
Yeah, I'm making fun of you for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm making fun of you for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's different with soccer though. Like everyone wears soccer shirts, but for jerseys, basketball jerseys, yeah, everyone wears that. I think like just wear like if you go to usually like when we do like soccer games with friends and stuff, everyone just wears a jersey or yeah.
I feel that. Yeah. But man, what a crazy CPI Wednesday. How'd it go for you?
What a terrible choppy day, I would say. But I actually ended up winning today. So it's good. I took a small long 17 points around there and ended up making $260 per account. I'm 3 winning days away from requesting again above $10,000 on my funded accounts. So I'm taking it slow. I'm taking 1 trade a day, and the reason why is because my goal is to make 3 winning days of 250. So if I lose, I don't want to dig myself a hole and give back so much money for no reason. I'm going for the winning day either way. So if I lose, I accept it. I go to the next day and try to hit my base hit. So the buffer's already built, so it's pretty easy to manage.
Let's go, man. Yeah, it seems like you've been cooking on that account. I think I saw you post another 5-figure payout a couple of days ago or something like that.
Yeah, I requested $11,720 on the 6th. So yeah, that payout was definitely great.
Cooking, bro. Cooking.
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot of Jordan
Yeah,
fans in the chat.
definitely. We can't get into those because I as soon as someone is like, I would say above 35-year-old, it's over. Like there is no way to convince him that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. But I get it, it's probably the most iconic figure, especially for Americans.
Mhm,
Probably even like considered the best athlete in the world,
mhm,
most gifted
mhm.
athlete in the world. I'm pretty sure he is considered the best athlete in the world.
Man,
Him and like Cristiano Ronaldo, I guess.
yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, if we're talking all time, Muhammad Ali's up there. But this is actually a good point from AU below me. Are we able to do polls? Are we able to do polls in the chat?
Yeah, yeah, Tony, let's run a poll.
Oh, I gotta see this.
MJ or LBJ.
Everyone who votes
MJ or
LBJ,
LBJ.
everyone who votes LBJ gets entered into a chance to win 150K account, but only the LeBron voters. Man, but yeah, bro, today was a rough one for me. It was a rough
Oh
one.
yeah?
Yeah, I took 2 L's.
Or damn.
I think
Yeah,
shit.
today's range was disgusting.
Yeah, it was messy. It was messy. It was not a friendly orb day, I will say.
Mm,
As you guys know, I like to trade the break enclosure outside of the 15-minute orb range.
yeah.
Oh, I'm adding my vote into there right now, Braun. And let's see, am I sharing my screen production? I can kind of give a little breakdown of what I was seeing today. Yeah.
Yeah, we see your screen now.
Okay, sweet. Thanks. Joey, you might see the you see something that looks familiar here. The IB first hour. Go
Let's
ahead and click
go.
for now.
Did it break today?
I didn't look
Oh,
at
it
it.
broke on ES. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I haven't looked at it for today's New York session, but I figured today we would kick off the IB strat for Globex. So we got 30 minutes
Okay,
left.
okay, yeah. All right.
But anyways, today chat. So we had orb low here, which is the priority, at around 769. So I was playing around, waited for CPI. I did take an overnight trade, but we'll stay out of that now. And was playing the break enclosure outside of this blue line here on orb. So we had a break enclosure on the 7 a.m. 5-minute candle below orb. So I entered long. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I entered short. Was targeting 15 points in profit just per the strat, with a stop loss up above these extra levels of resistance. So I had VWAP and EMA acting as resistance for my trade. Stop loss was up about 10 points at 776. And I was just playing this out. At 7:30, the 7:30 candle here, this invalidated my short because we then had a break enclosure to the inside of the orb range. So Amasa, I told you about how what I'll do in that case is I'll flip my trade. So I exited here for what, maybe like a 2 contract loss or something like that. Flipped long and targeted the next orb range, orb high. So sat in the range, or was sitting in the trade going long, and then at about 7:25 or 7:30 or whatever it was, Trump tweet, boom.
Grub news, yeah. Damn.
And then 20 point wick immediately stops me out. I was done for the day. Those were my 2 losses. Orb has now been invalidated for the day at that point, and I was done. A loss.
Damn. Brutal. Yeah, this morning was it was not easy. I was very fortunate to not trade this morning session, but I think I would have been chopped up either way. I think most people just did get chopped up either way from this range. No matter your strategy, I think both sides of the market were completely wrong. It
Yeah,
was
man.
a huge chop for sure.
Yeah, man. It was a mess. And then last night was actually the conclusion of our 15-minute orb strat that we were practicing for the Asia session.
Okay.
So I think there was like 6 or 7 total live trades. The rest were back tested up to 100 trades, chat. So for just to recap, we've been doing finding a winning strategy for the Asia sesh. 100 trade minimum, 2-week evaluation window, and then a rubric score from 1 to 5. So for this, we were doing 15-minute orb on Tokyo Open. So this is what we ended up grading out as, and I'll show you where I got this information from in here just a second. Mechanical clarity, 5 out of 5. I mean, all we were doing was once it broke 15-minute orb, we were entering long or short, continuing that direction with a 10-point stop loss, 10-point target. Super mechanical, very little thought that went into it. Win rate, we'll get into that in a second, ended up at 2.7 out of 5. I think we ended up 55% profitable. 2 out of 5 for profitability just because it was limited to the amount of points that you set. There wasn't a lot of room to, carry runners or make a big profit. So pretty low score for profitability. Consistency is 5 out of 5 just because it was 10 points of profit every trade. It was either 10 points of profit every trade or risking 10 points and losing. For a final grade of 3.68 out of 5. Not the best. Here's where we got that from. Show you here. Let me minimize this so it's a little bit more legible. So we took, let me just put this back in order here. So 100 total trades. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. Random dates, and I just had ChatGPT create a random list of dates that were at the Asia session, so between Sunday and Thursday, US, and then marked every win and loss, the profit and loss for each trade, and then screenshotted each trade. So just to give you a little bit of an example here, let's take a picture. Let's take a look at this picture. So here's an example from 5/19. So I know it's a little bit hard to see on the screenshot, but this yellow line here represents the Tokyo 15-minute orb. So what we were doing was we were waiting for a breaking closure outside of that orb range. So just chop, chop, chop. Finally, right about here, we had a breaking closure. What time was this? This was roughly 12 a.m. my time. And so we ended up going long. We went long and targeted 10 points in profit with a 10-point stop loss. And as you can see, price just reversed, went down, took us out. So that's an example of the strat that we were evaluating. Minimize that.
Is there anything that you saw when you saw the wins and losses? Is there anything that you saw that happened quite often where you were not, when you backtested, you were not looking at this basically? Is there anything like, okay, every time we lose, it ends up going all the way back to, like, is it the stop loss that gets taken out and then it leaves, or it goes all the way back to the orb high when you try to target the, below the orb low? Like, is there anything like this that, like, recurring a theme that you saw on the backtest?
Yeah, 100%. There was a couple that really piqued my interest. One was that I was shocked how many times I was 1, 2, or 3 ticks away from take profit before the complete reversal. That happened so many times, probably more than 10, 15 times, where we were just less than 1 point away from the profit target, and then price just completely reversed and went roughly 20 points to the stop loss. That happened quite a bit. The other thing was that, of course, there's much less volume in the Asia session. We're trading ES, which moves much slower. So it wasn't until late in the Tokyo session, oftentimes pushing into the London session, that we ever even got the 10-point move. The third thing that I noticed was oftentimes, yes, once it went to that 10-point move either direction, there was typically a reversal. Very rarely did it seem like there was continuation after breaking that range, unless there was news or something that came out. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah. So it was very interesting. It was only 100 trades, so really not a huge collection of data. I would usually like a lot more data. Something else that was interesting was April. Take a look here. Let's go into April. Man, it felt like every time I traded in April, it was like almost like an automatic L. I mean, look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro, like 5 L's in a row, 2 wins, 3 wins. It just seemed April was a very heavy losing month. So I'm curious to maybe dive into that a little bit more, just out of curiosity, and see why that meant a bit. Um, but this is where our profitability score here came from. 2 out of 5 was because we had a 55% win percentage. So 55 wins out of 45 losses.
Mhm.
Total profit of 2,500 bucks. So obviously not the most profitable strat.
Yeah,
But
definitely not.
yeah, we do have
Definitely, I think there's like, I think if I had to play the orb, I wouldn't play as a breakout necessarily. I think I would try to target, like I said, you remember last time we talked, I would try to target the high or low. I think it
yeah,
would be like, those levels get hit so often, especially when you see like structure being formed in that direction. So it's really a question of, can you survive the pullback, and can you cut your losers very fast when you see some structure that is against your trade. But I'll give you an example. Like, um, I'll give you an example of here. Okay,
mhm.
remember when I said, like, there's like two stats. The number one stat, that's something I'm clearly watching a little bit more, like I said, because I know I'm gonna get put into a live account very soon. So I need to look for things that will potentially build my buffer and put me in a position where then scalping will be way easier for me on my mantle to just get those consistent days and $1,000 wins when I'm past the buffer. So I'll give you an example. So uh, what I would be looking for is if the high gets formed first or the low gets formed first. Okay. And if the high gets formed first and we push down very aggressively and we remain below that we never pull back to the opening price. We basically just form the high and bounce. I would try to survive within all this range, predicting that there's more chances of us seeing the low of that orb instead of trying to go for the reversal if I know we are below 930 open, basically.
Hmm.
Um, but I would do the opposite if it was a long. Basically, if we form the low first and then we flip and we're aggressively pushing above that 930 open, then I would go for a long within this range, predicting that there's more chances of us seeing the orb high than the orb low. Okay. That's pretty much what I would try to do. So let's say, like, basically the stat is if we form the high first, there's around 68% chance of us breaking the low. If we form the low first, then there's around 81% chance of us breaking the high. So then what happens is that there is not a big likelihood of us, if we form the high first, okay, to then go all the way back to resweep that high. And there's also not a big likelihood of us forming the low first and then going all the way back down to sweep the low, basically. So if we can survive within this range, then it could be very good to go for those small targets. So let's say I'll give you an example here. We're digging below the opening price very aggressively, and at that point, when you see such an aggressive range, you would need a miracle for, you know, that in 5 minutes you'd go all the way back up to the 930 open. You
Hmm.
see, so like that already gives you the bias. Then really, like, the entry criterias are now very hard to I would say to know, but if you can enter off of a pullback, basically on an uptick of a candle that you would judge having more chances of already have formed the protected high within the range, then you can also average down in your trade if it keeps pushing up,
Hmm.
and not necessarily enter full size immediately on the pullback. So let's say, like, the strat would be, okay, you enter light, and then once it starts going down and you know it's going to close, then you add more and then you see that move. So let's say, like, we would enter here on the pullback, we get filled, and then right here we now have like the confidence that it really has, I would say, like 68% win rate or 68% chance of breaking that low. So then I would try to either add to my position on the way down or just keep it that way with a wider stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this when you mentioned last time I was on stream, you had mentioned the
Oh,
81% likelihood of sweeping Oh,
I think my camera just died. There is no way. Oh
bro,
my days.
this was happening to me not
How
too.
does my camera die?
Chat, we got some technical issues, but yeah,
That's crazy.
I still see a lot of LeBron hate, which will not be accepted during this stream.
Coming back, I'm just trying to fix that.
Ah, okay. Coming back. What's the poll looking like? MJ 73, Bron 23. This is just blasphemous. But yeah, so a couple of questions you guys were asking me about Orb. So really, this was the whole point of this was just to establish some concrete rules, evaluate them, minimize variables, and see if it was worth investigating further or not. 55% profitable doesn't get me jumping for joy in terms of 55% of the days. But you know, Orb will always have a special place in my heart. We were playing off the 15-minute Orb for Tokyo session. So let's see, we have about 5 minutes left until IB for the Globex session is established. And again, that's going to be the strategy that we're trading in this next 2-week round. So curious to see if it's Joey approved. LeBron is a hateful person. Why would LeBron hate not be allowed? And don't make me pull up the highlights, chat. We can pull up the highlights. Larry Bird was definitely generational, but he was not that good. That is blasphemous. Blasphemous. Larry Legend, bro. You don't earn that nickname for nothing. Kobe was better than LeBron. That's a hot take. Mindset had an amazing mindset, but I'm not. Yeah. So can you explain the Tokyo Orb? Yes, definitely. Production, do you mind if I steal the screen away? Do you mind switching over to mine while we're waiting for Amos? Yep, thank you. Okay, can you explain the Tokyo Orb? Okay, so currently, let's actually switch over here. This will actually show it. So we don't have it established yet. So I'm going to go back to yesterday's Tokyo session so you guys can see what I mean. Okay. There we go. All right. So we talked about this a little bit in the past. Let me just do a recap. In terms of Orb, all Orb is just the market taking its time to kind of balance and determine fair value. So Orb represents the institutional traders and market makers kind of trying to find that fair value for the market. So on a break outside of that range, the anticipation is that, again, market participants and institutions are going to carry price through, at least to a certain extent, which is why I set my profit target to usually a point value. So on the Tokyo session, if we carry this line through, the Orb 15-minute Orb range for the Tokyo session starts at the commencement of the Tokyo session at 5 o'clock West Coast time, 8 o'clock East time. And then 15 minutes from there, it takes the top and the bottom of the price action and sets that as the range. So once we break that range, which here happened at 9:55, the idea is that we kind of jump on the train and carry it through. So I think I entered long here at 755.50. And then wrote it up, and you can see we just carried through. So that's kind of the general gist. Terrence, let them be their lost causes. Man, you can never convince an MJ fan. I swear. I love MJ. No disrespect. But Bron is the GOAT. Larry Bird called Michael Jordan God. Well, I mean, Scottie Pippen, who was a big ingredient to the Bulls' success, said that LeBron was better. LOL this chat. People who think LeBron is the GOAT thinks it's Berenstain Bears. Mandela effect. Straight up normally maxing. Wouldn't it be better to do a 5-minute Orb for Tokyo since there's less volume? That's worth exploring. I do 15-minute Orb for New York because that worked out really well for my schedule. Oh, let me jump back here because the IB is established. The 1 hour IB is established. So we'll be playing this. Currently, we got a break and closure through the 50%, which I'll kind of be eyeing. See what ends up playing there. I know Joey likes to play the IB mid. Yeah, 5-minute orb for Tokyo is worth exploring. I mean, you're going to end up having like a 1-point range, so it doesn't seem very significant to me, but I can't speak to it unless I test it. Let's see. So we had short today, right? If you caught the shorts, if you made it out alive today, good on you, man. How did the 15-minute orb work in New York session for you today, Terrence? It was rough. Today was rough. So let me go back to this morning's session, New York session. So I think that orb works beautifully in the New York session. And I can kind of show you some stats to back that up a little bit, my own kind of back testing and journaling that I do. But I entered on this candle closure here. So orb low was there, about 769. We kind of played around orb low. It's tough on data days, I've recognized, but on this break and closure there is a key ingredient in order for me to carry through on a trade or to initiate a trade. That's enough confirmation for me. So we had a break and closure on orb low. I had VWAP, which is the blue line here, and EMA acting as resistance for my stop loss. So I entered short. I play off of the first and the second orb break. And again, that's based off back testing that I'll show you some details in a bit. But this closure here back into the orb range invalidated my short. So I switched long. And then at 7:30, I think Trump tweeted something and we instantly had a 20-point ES spike that took me out. So 2 losses on the day, 2 trades. That's pretty much my max on the day. So let's take a look back at this IB because I want to keep an eye on this IB mid here for the Globex session. 5 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. So it looks like we're about to close right at IB mid. Interesting. Yep, candle closure right at IB mid on ES. So not seeing any trades quite yet, chat, but it's interesting how EMA, VWAP, and IB mid are all kind of converging at the same spot. That's really interesting to me, and that might contribute to me initiating along if we can break and close above that. Mine goes Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Kareem, Will, Tim. So a lot of people disrespect the big fundamental, honestly. Tim Duncan should be on way more people's lists. He has more accolades than Kobe. You know, just wasn't, he was a big, you know, wasn't dominant, just fundamental, knew the game. Waiting to see how the hourly candles form before deciding. Okay. Bro, thank you, Terrence. So this is essentially your strategy. Yes, so playing off of the orb is essentially my strategy for the New York session. I like to keep things as mechanical as possible. That's really important for me. If I've back tested my strategy enough, actually I can show you a little bit. So let's take a look at this. Just close all this stuff down here a little bit. Okay. Whoops. So this is what I mean when I say back testing. So I track all of the orb breaks and closures. Hey, we got Lumi in the chat. What up, Lumi? I don't think we've chopped it up yet, but watched plenty of your streams. So great to have you here. So this is how I kind of track my data for each trading day. I have the orb breaks here. Here, let me zoom in a little bit so this is a little bit more legible. The quantity of orb breaks, so how many times did it break and close outside or back into the range? The date, of course. And then I have my average for the month in terms of the break and closure through the ranges. And then I have my stats for the year. So you can see here, I also have my wins and losses. So 65% win percentage on the year with this strat, 63% on the month. It's been a rough past few days. As you can see here, I mark out the losses and the wins, not necessarily the trades, just the overall day. And then I track the actual percent in terms of follow through of at least 15 points after the orb breaking closure. So that's a little bit about the data that makes me confident. And look at this, we're getting the push through the IB mid, VWAP, and EMA. So we have 2 minutes left in this closure. I'm curious to see what ends up happening here. Might end up taking see, normally what I would do is I would take a long here, because I would take a long and then set my target for the IB high. But we only have 1 point from basically where we are to the IB high. So
yeah, I'm back. I did not even know my camera could die.
Bro, that was happening to me. It was overheating.
Bro,
crazy.
Oh, my camera died. I did not even know it could actually die. It's my first time charging.
Whoa, time out. Lumi was a professional basketball player?
Yeah, she was.
What?
Yeah, that's what she told me. I was like, what?
Dang, Lumi, how tall is Lumi? She must have been like a point guard.
She's like 5'7", 5'8".
Oh dang, okay, that's taller than I thought. Wow. Okay, I feel you. That's dope. Can you dunk, Lumi? I think the first time I dunked, I was 17. Yeah,
17. Yeah.
17 years old. Yeah.
Well.
Thank you, Terrence. For real. Dunked. Almost said that out loud. Gotta be careful. Why not IB on MNQ? Yeah, it's a great question. I know Joey trades off of NQ, but for me, I'm just so much more comfortable with ES. Reason being, 500 companies versus 100 companies. So if one stock, either goes down or up drastically, there's not a huge move, less volatility, basically. But yeah, man, I think I'm going to enter this. I think I'm going to enter.
Okay, you're going to enter longs?
I'm going to enter long, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Shoot. I think I'm get off my copy trading. I'm going to buy, and I'm going to set a stop loss below. Let's go. See, there's the IB mid here. The EMA and VWAP are now intersecting. So these being in the same position I was telling chat give me a little bit more confidence in terms of support for the trade, protecting my stop loss. But we just have so much room. I think I'm going to put it below IB low just as extra protection. So price would have to move through VWAP, EMA, IB mid, and IB low in order to stop me out.
So the strategy you're trading right now is IB mid of from the 6 to 7 p.m. 1 hour candle.
Yep, right? Yep, the Globex session.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, that's on ES. So like right now ES is pushing hard. Okay, I see it. Because on NQ we're like at 50%. So.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. So what I like is there's convergence between both the charts. I mean, look, we have EMA and VWAP intersecting there. EMA and VWAP intersecting on ES. So let me switch. I don't know why this trade isn't showing. Why are you not showing? And then I set my target just below today's high. So I set it at 780.05. 780.5. That's the target. And yeah, 5031.
I like the trade actually. I think On ES, it definitely looks great. Where's gonna be your target?
Target is just below the high of day, so 780.5. Sorry, this is yesterday's high. I'm sorry, not high of day. This is yesterday's high. So this is during the dark session.
Okay.
So it's roughly 10 points, risking what? Risking 5 points. So
not bad.
Yeah, 1 to 2 R to R. If you don't mind, Amos, I'll let you steal the screen back because I'm gonna try to get the trade on my trade view. Play around with this a little bit.
So currently for me, I would say with how this hourly candle closed, it closed bearish. Usually I like to project the next candle by using the previous one as a tool to find my bias. So currently I would say on ES it definitely already took over most of the previous candle, but it's so slim that it's hard to say. So like this hourly candle on ES is 4.25 handles. So that's very small. On NQ though, it is around 50 handles. And for me to truly anticipate longs on NQ, we would need to get back above around like the 820s. And once we're at the 820s, I would say there's way more chances of us seeing that most recent high than that most recent low. But I would say the good, like an easy money short would be to wait for the next bar to close. And if it closes bearish like this, I would use it as fuel to draw us back down towards 750, okay, which is that most recent low at 8 p.m. So the CPI low, that would be like my #1 trade that I would want to catch. And if we don't get it and we close very strongly above 32, I would then aim for 905. So this is how I would frame it. So those are the two scenarios I see from the Tokyo Open. Let's see if that holds or not, because this is a huge level here on NQ. If we get past that 50% mark and we are here, I would be very confident that this this high will get taken out, the previous hourly high. But if we do start going back down here, I would be tempted to short and predict that the next candle would be bearish.
Dang, okay. Well, hopefully it's the former, not the latter. Because we're long here, chat, playing off the IB. So shout out Joey Morgan for the indicator. This is Joey Morgan's indicator.
Yeah.
I think he coded it or had AI code it or something.
Is it IB first hour? That's how it's going?
Yeah, IB first hour.
It's cool. I like it.
It's a gem, bro. I like it too.
It's good.
Getting a little bit of a push. About to test IB high. Only one tick away from IB high. So I'm pretty sure he plays primarily off IB mid. Correct me if I'm wrong, Amos.
Yeah.
If you know better. But primarily off of IB mid, either sweeps or kind of momentum through it, and then targets the next level, so IB high or IB low. But in this case, there's 2 points between IB mid and IB high. So I'm just gonna.
From the last conversation I had with him, he doesn't necessarily goes for IB high or low depending on the structure. So let's say we have a big range. That's what he told me last time. So we have a big range, and now we're back at IB mid. Okay, right? Let's say here, and then he would look for a confirmation on the 5-minute. Let's say to go down very aggressively, and then try to short back towards IB. Let's say IB low, but. If, let's say, we form this, for example, we push very aggressively back above 50%, okay, and then we form an internal high very close to, let's say, the IB high. Let's say he waits for price to comes back to IB mid. If it does his, let's say, his hammer candle or like shooting star, evening star, then here he will enter, but he will target this most recent high instead of like going for the IB high, let's say, even if it was like higher up there. Or I guess he would hold it for like a TP2. But
Got
I
it.
think he told me there's like multiple things he looks at, but one of the things is his candlestick pattern on the 5, like how it closes, and VWAP also. He looks at it a lot. That's pretty much the hindsight that I got from him.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I've heard him mention VWAP a good amount of time.
Oh, Lumi's in the chat right here. What's up, Lumi? I was not here. I was battling the camera. My camera died, so at least I have another one.
Yeah, that's clutch.
Okay, that's why you were talking about basketball. Yeah,
Yeah, about Lumi
Lumi.
being a hooper.
Yeah, Lumi. Let's play 1v1 and let's film it.
I'll be ref. Amos, you hoop? I heard you. I
Yeah,
think I heard you saying that you like to.
Yeah, I like basketball for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you a Toronto fan? What we're getting a breakthrough IB high right now. Oh shoot, rejection.
Toronto fan. I wouldn't say so. I'm I would say I hate OKC, that's for sure. I hate them. I don't like New York also.
Oh,
I like Philly though. They're good. I just like players overall. Golden State was my favorite team for a long time. When Steph Curry. I just love Steph Curry.
Yeah, he's hard not to like.
I also like LaMelo Ball. I like him a lot. Because I saw he's like my age almost. He's like 1 year older than me. 2002. So yeah, I like him a lot. But now I think he moved to Minnesota.
Yep.
I also like Anthony Edwards, so I watched that also. Yeah, I like players. I don't really like a franchise. If let's say the team plays from my country that I live currently, then I'll definitely root for them. Let's say like in hockey, Montreal Canadiens. I am a fan of those because I live there. But if I wasn't from Montreal, then I would just follow I would not follow a franchise. I would just follow players, individual players. Like in American football, exactly the same. Like I'm a Tyreek Hill fan. I like his play style. I like that he runs fast and he's I like those kind of players. Like OBJ too. I really liked him back in the day.
Yeah.
Who else? I also like safeties, like aggressive safeties that just go for hits.
Okay, yeah. I see the DB in you coming out.
Yeah. Maybe I'll show you my highlights one day.
Oh,
I think I have a tape. Maybe I have a tape online.
Is it on Huddle or something?
Probably. Wait, let me see. That would be. If you have my tape on Huddle, bro. Wait.
I'll chat going to look up Amos on Huddle highlights. I think plastic surgery girl's great again. That has to be some inside joke that I'm not aware of with Lumi.
Damn, okay, I was young back then. 14. I was 14 years old. Holy shit. 135 pounds.
Yeah.
I was 135 pounds back then. Shit. Whoa.
What are you now? You gotta be like.
I'm like 160.
160. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
I'm like 210. Actually, I weighed myself today, 211.
211, damn, okay.
6'5", 211.
6'5", 211. Holy shit.
Not the
You're actually 6'5". Damn.
Yeah. I'm like 6'4" and 3/4, but you know we gotta round up, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta round up, chat.
Yeah. Okay.
6'5". Yeah, Lumi. 6'5".
Yeah,
Bro, is it
I
right?
think Lumi, you probably have a chance against me in basketball, but not against Terrence. That's that's for sure. Yeah, I'm
What's
six
crazy
seven, guys. Yeah, exactly.
What's crazy is when you see Miriam and I next to each other. She's like, she says she's 5'2", but come on, she's like 5 foot maybe, and I'm literally a foot and a half taller than her.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Z.
Is that
Man,
like were you the tallest in when you played football? Were you like always one of the tallest, or it's like the offensive linemen were just way taller than you?
see, that's the thing is like with football, guys aren't super tall like basketball, except for the O linemen mostly.
Mm-hmm.
The O linemen and maybe quarterbacks sometimes are usually about the same height as me, if not a little taller, between 6'5" and like 6'8". But
Yeah,
the crazy thing with linemen, bro, is they're like 300 plus and can move.
yeah,
That's what's,
they're fast.
bro, athletes and that much flipping body, it's scary.
Yeah, if they run for a block, bro, it's over. I always
Yep.
see it in because I never like watch full games, and I just watch highlights. Let's say football highlights, like the 10 minutes on YouTube from the NFL, and sometimes I see like the lineman going for like he moves and goes to block for the running back, and like just leaves the position and runs with him, and the corner cannot do anything.
You just see them get
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
destroyed.
destroyed. Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about. I love seeing those. It's like a pulling guard or even a pulling center in the
yeah,
NFL because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
so athletic and they just lead block
Yeah.
around
But I
the
think the
edge.
most athletic, not necessarily most athletic, but most like most strength plus most like fastest would be like D lines, no?
It's a good, at least for the
Like
first few
D end.
steps. Yeah, the ends have the first, like their first few steps are so explosive and so
Mm,
fast. Like when
yeah.
they get off the line, they don't always have to have like crazy top end speed, but your initial jump, your first few steps, they're crazy. The ends are crazy athletes for
Yeah.
sure. But man, in terms of this we've been battling IB high. Um, on my long 5 minute candle, looks like it's gonna close right at IB high again.
Looks good.
Would-
Definitely looks good still. Like even on NQ, even if that candle closed bearish, like we're picking up some good ground here. We're already back at 61.8. So if you can breach through that, I would say like there's quite a big likelihood of us going back towards that high. Would be the Ivy high.
What do you have that high at? Oh, this is NQ.
Yeah, NQ 32, 832. 29, 832.
Keep an eye on that. I'm trading off of ES chat, but I like to keep NQ on the side just to either confirm or refute my bias. Oh man, chat is going crazy.
Yeah,
Dollar
the thing that I
wild.
saw also in the chat, like that got spammed so much, we did not talk about it, but the MJ versus LeBron debate, so many comments about LeBron James not being even close. That's what I saw. Number one. Number two, um, everyone's 6'5" here in this chat also. All right. Another guy said I'm 6'5", 215. Yeah, I guess. That's like 0.1% of people. Like, what's the stats for like being 6'5"? Like, how rare is that? In the
It has to
States, I
be.
would guess it's not that rare, but in like some countries, it would be pretty much impossible.
Dude, when I went to China, when I was when was that? I actually went with a bunch of athletes. It was like this athlete group, and we went to China and like played a bunch of sports and taught sports to a bunch of kids at different schools or like, disabled children facilities and stuff like that. It was super cool. But anyways, everywhere I went, bro, people would come up to me and like take pictures of me
No
or
way.
like ask for autographs, bro, and they'd come up to me and be like, "Oh, 2 meters, 2 meters," in terms of like height.
2 meters.
All it took, like when we were playing with the kids, one dunk on a basketball hoop, bro, you would have thought I was in LeBron James, the greatest basketball player of all time, with how they were reacting. It was wild. Yeah. 14% of men are above 6 foot in America. Dang, that's actually higher than I thought.
Wait, how many? What's the percentage?
Many
14%.
It says 14 above 6 foot. What's the percentage?
14%.
So percentage of men 6 foot or taller.
It has to be in like the 5%, maybe.
Let's see. Wow. This is way less than I was expecting. In the US, this is according to Claude, by the way. In the US, roughly 0.1 to 0.2% of adult men are 6'5" or taller.
Yeah, 0.1. Yeah, that's definitely what. Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
Dang.
6'5" is literally 2 meters. 198. That's like 2 human beings in one. How much calories do you eat? Like how many? Wait, you eat like 4,000 calories in a day?
So you say that number like, it's actually funny that you mentioned that number. So when I was playing ball, it was 4,000 calories a day because I had so much issues keeping weight on. So I just had to eat at least 4,000 just to maintain my weight without. Now it's way less, but yeah, he eat 2 Whoppers and 2 Big Macs. I'm 6'3", and I thought that was tall. Real Chris B, that is tall.
Yeah, 6'3" is definitely tall.
Yeah, Claude said that. Let's see. Roughly 5% of men are above 6'2" in the US. So 6'3" is that same sort of thing. Well, we don't eat 4K calories. No, I'm serious. I was on a nutrition plan and everything. 4,000 calories, tons of protein.
Because yeah, if you don't move, of course you don't have to eat 4,000 calories. But if you train twice a day, it's different.
Where's this going? Mexican dance. Mexican dance is always wild. But we're still, at least on ES right now, still battling IB high. Interesting. Yeah. This is the 4th candle where we've kind of been testing it, closing right at IB high. So I'm still in this long.
Those candles on ES look horrible. Oh my. This is their this is the open. 4.5 handles.
Oh man, is this the 5? Oh no, this is a 1 minute.
Yeah, that was a 1 minute chart. I think my camera's charged now. I think I can now get it.
Making the switch.
Yeah, I'm trying to make the switch here.
Yep, no problem. Chat, what's going on? Let's see. What are you guys saying? I'm 6'7", dang. But I was over in Amsterdam last week and at least 70% were tall. Ooh, getting a little dump now off of IB. A little dump. 1 point dump. I was actually just in Amsterdam and I would agree. A lot of the people over there are way taller. At least the density of it seemed. There's theories behind that, by the way. Apparently it has something to do with the Vikings and them like taking the cream of the crop when they pillaged different areas and whatnot. Go to Amsterdam if you want to save your bloodline. Mexican dance 5'10" is average, right? That's average in the US, I think. All right. Is Terrence trading ES? Yes, I'm currently in an ES long, or MES actually. So 5 micros. I traded off of the break enclosure. Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you. So traded off of the break enclosure above IB mid here. We also had VWAP and EMA both intersecting there. So that gave me the protection that I needed for my stop loss. So I entered long on this, what's that, 7 p.m. candle. So basically right at the establishment of IB, initial balance, and then entered long, targeting just below the high of day from the New York session. There he is.
I'm back. Better camera right now.
It looks good, and we can
Now
see
I
the
feel
light.
like myself, where I did not feel like myself. Yeah.
Oh, Joey's in the chat. That's what I was waiting for. IB.
Yeah, the IB King.
IB King himself. Yeah, Joey, I don't know if we're doing it justice. We took a long on ES. I know you like to trade off of NQ, but we took the long off the break enclosure on the opposite side of 15-minute IB mid line. We also had VWAP and EMA, which are blue and white here, intersecting at that same point, which gave me a lot of comfort and confluence in that being a strong level of support. So riding this out. Let's see chat for trade one of the IB strat. Are you still eyeing your long, Amos?
Actually, I am gonna wait for the next 30 minutes to print. I would say, like, if I know that this candle will close bullish, I will definitely long. If it flips for some reason, back below the open, and we're getting closer and closer to 779, then my draw will be 750. So I would say it's a waiting game at this point. I would not be able to tell you if I can commit to longs or shorts. But if we do flip below the open here at 97, I would be short biased. And if we push above 820, I would be long biased. So
okay.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for that 8 p.m. candle closure,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the 7 p.m.
1 hour bar and trying to predict the open of that.
Okay. Shoot, I just lost my chat.
How are we feeling, chat? Anyone in this long with Terrence? I think it has some good chances of going to the upside for sure. Like, if we don't go back towards that low here formed at 830, it's very rare that we'll see it not rip to the opposite side. Let's say, like, when this candle closed, we immediately ripped to the upside, and we're very far away from that low. I would say even further away from the low to the high compared to the high, really. So at this point, 50%, because we're retracing on the NQ. But if we get the small push back towards 820, I think there is a pretty good chance of us opening up higher at 8 p.m. But it's not rare that you'll see those kind of accumulation phases before 8 p.m. opens. We've seen those happening quite often within the last few weeks. Like the 6 p.m. bar, I think I traded that like maybe 3 to 4 times on the stream. Most of the trades that I take in general are like 8 p.m.
Were they wins?
Yeah, most of it. Yesterday, like this week were 3 break evens.
That's right. 2 of them were on Monday.
Yeah, 2 of them on Monday, 1 yesterday. And it was like, yesterday was the perfect entry, like perfect bottom tick. It flipped, and I was so confident, and then it just pulled back immediately to my break even.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. But hey, break evens are, at least in my eyes, break evens are a win. Especially if you're being, I saw you take 2 of those trades and you were cautious, like, and you followed your strat. That's a win in my eyes. Really interesting how, at least on the 5-minute chart here on ES, so we got a break and push through IB mid, and then 3 times, look at this, we tapped IB high, and then seemed to be rejecting it a little bit now.
Yeah.
So really wanted to see a break and closure through that IB high, but we're riding. I love how this Joey's indicator has these little this little extra content here. Shows the session, IB status, IB range, the ATR, average true range chat.
Yeah.
Um,
He said he uses that quite often too for his stop loss placement.
it makes sense. I mean, if you have a high ATR, you
Yeah.
know, it, there's a high likelihood of you getting wicked out if you put your stop too close. So
Yep.
I can understand how it's good for stop loss placement. Sure. Ooh, getting a little dumpy back to IB mid. Hmm. I'm kind of tempted to size up if we reject IB mid. I think you had mentioned that being part of Joey's strat a little bit.
Yeah. But I think he always waits for a 5-minute candle closure in his
Okay.
yeah, on his side.
And I'm about to just come on. Since we're talking about his stuff, I get it.
Yeah.
Real crispy. ATR is great for stops, just doesn't help you when a random 90-point wick comes in and wipes you out, then recovers 30 seconds later. Yeah, are you talking about earlier today? Because I got hit by that too. RTH IB is not the same as Globex IB. RTH. Might have to educate me. What's RTH?
Regular trading hours. So like
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
it's just like the price action only traded during the New York session. Uh, so like
Yeah.
you see like the bottom right of your trading view chart, there's
Mhm.
ETH, electronic trading hours, that displays the overnight price action also. But if you click on regular trading hours, you'll see there's like gap ups and gap downs because it's only
Oh,
displaying the close at 4:15 p.m. and the open at 9:30.
oh, yeah, I see.
So then you have like, okay, RTH gaps, that's how we call them. Regular trading hour gaps, which is like the distance between the close on the previous day at 4:15 and the open at 9:30. And then you can either create strategies off of gap fills or gap and go. And oh, when we fill 25% of the gap and we have this above us, and there's a lot of good strategies I would say based on gaps. But you see like those gaps, they're more used. I would say they're more useful when you trade stocks. A lot of people trade stocks having like scanners with gaps, and because like this is a very liquid asset that we're trading. Basically, like it's dominated by whales, algorithms, institutions. So like those gaps are not necessarily going to be a good I would say like good information on future prices. When with low cap stocks, it's different. When there's a catalyst, there's more price discovery. That's how we call it. So like if there's a bullish news and you gap up, then there's quite some good opportunities to see even some more upside from the next day. Or when in like the futures market, like let's say NQ, even if we gap up or gap down, it doesn't mean that you're gonna go up. Or it's like price is always priced in at its fair value usually because it's so liquid. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's way harder to find an edge with those gaps basically in on NQ than on the stock market basically with like low cap stocks.
Speaking of which, have you considered dabbling in any of the stock futures?
Yeah, for sure.
You have?
Yeah, definitely. I did back this Tesla a lot, and Tesla moves very like it's very similar to NQ's action, especially for the first 30 minutes of the market open, I would say.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, definitely. After that, though, it's pretty much I wouldn't trade it exactly like I would trade the same exact strategy from 9:30 to like 10:10. After that, though, I'm not trading Tesla, but I would definitely go watch. I would definitely watch Tesla. Um,
Hmm.
mhm. What about you?
No, I haven't taken a look at it. I mean, I've heard from some people. I think Swiss Nick this morning was talking about it a little bit, and he had said that in his experience, at least trading some of the big guys, there just wasn't a ton of volume. So
Oh yeah,
it just didn't. At least, yeah, I haven't taken a look at it very much myself, just going off of what he was saying. But I'll keep an eye on it, especially now that you mentioned Tesla.
I backtested the Tesla, and it was pretty good. I won't lie, it was pretty good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I kind of wish I would have sized up on that IB mid. Somewhat of a retest. Oh yeah, I guess we were one tick away from IB mid, but getting a little bit of a push now. Really hope we can break that IB high. How much time do
I
we?
think once we break that internal high here at 812 on NQ and we start pushing up aggressively, like there's not gonna be too much time left for that candle to close, you know. So the direction of it will be already chosen. That's always how I read it. Like if you're far away from the open, then that candle has to close bullish.
Hmm. Are you familiar with ABCD pattern? Have you ever heard of that?
No. What is it?
I feel like it's not very commonly used, but for some reason this pattern has stuck in my mind ever since I read about it in Trading in the Zone, I think is the book that talked about it. But I
Okay.
can show you, Colin, if you don't mind switching over to my screen. Or sorry, I actually don't even know if it's Colin.
Tony.
Tony, sorry about that, bro.
That's right.
Anyway, so it breaks the pattern up into 4 different zones. So you have A, you have B, you have C, and then you have, in this direction, D. And so this does look to be kind of an ABC pattern. So A is a strong push up. B is institutions or market participants taking profit. And so price is expected to go down a little bit with people taking profit. And then after that, this is where you enter the trade on this first closure as confirmation in the bullish direction, and then set the stop loss just below that wick.
Mhm.
And then ride it up and just trail the stop loss. It's not a pattern that I trade regularly, but for some reason that pattern has always just kind of stuck in my head. It's interesting how many times it pops up in the market.
What's the context behind when you would look for that though? Would you think like looking at, let's say the B, let's say
Mhm.
A would be the move from, that would be good. A would be the move from 930 to 935 or like 938 ish.
Mhm.
And then B would be this high, so we pull back. Then you wait for the C to have the reaction and start pushing back up, and then you put your stop loss below that low, and you try
Right.
to go for the IB high. That could be not IB, but orb high. That could be good.
Mhm. Mhm.
Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I think the concept is just, it seems similar to your strategy where price moves in a certain direction. Um, there's not enough time. There's a low volume kind of here in the middle, so price kind of retraces
Yeah,
and picks back up those buyers,
yeah.
and then the high likelihood of it moving in that certain direction. Um, but yeah, just something that I see something like that, and even though I trade even the New York session mechanically off of orb, I see something like that, and it helps with confirming or refuting my bias. Just little nuggets like that. Man, getting another interesting rejection of IB high.
Here's like a girl said, okay, so we planned the outfits today, boys. No, I just saw Terrence with a basketball jersey, so I was like, you know what? Let me bring mine. I have an LBJ jersey.
That's right. And I got the Gary Payton, the throwback.
Nev
Terrence Elliott.
said,
What?
Amos, me and my good brother Mexican want to know how much you enjoyed last night's stream and tell us what the fella's entry criteria is. Okay, listen. Yesterday we had a stream with Afiz, and Afiz is like a new guest that will be on every single Tuesday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at first I really thought Afiz had like a very similar style as me. So then we got into like how he trades and stuff. And he got really deep into like the explanation, and there was like he uses divergence between ES and NQ and YM also. So then he watches those three assets, and then when there's a divergence, then he looks for something. And but then if there's that divergence, he looks for another thing, and then another thing, and
Mm.
then he was stacking them up. And at a certain point, I actually lost it. I was like, "Yo, brother, I have like," I was like, "Yo, you gotta you gotta take it a little bit slower because God damn, like he knew his stuff so well, you know." And of course, there's like um, I know like the core of his concepts, I would say, but I think the chat saw me being like so lost at a certain point where I was like, damn, like I got the first part, but then the last I completely lost it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was kind of the, if you call me a geek in that trading space, like he's far far above me.
Bro, one nerd to another. Yeah, I was watching it. I tuned in. Um, Seemed like a super smart guy. Seemed like he really
Yeah.
knew his stuff. But it definitely seemed like something you got to really sit down and dedicate like
Mhm.
a long
Yeah.
session to talk
I
about.
think I think he had to share his screen because if he like me trying to like understand like two three because basically like if something happens then I do this or that. That's where I lost him. When he was
Yeah.
explaining like the different confluences. But I would say like his overall style, I really like his approach, like how he thinks. Um, a lot of his concepts I actually use, but not in a way where I would predict, but in a way where I would exit. Um,
Mm.
the SMTs, so the divergence between ES and NQ. I look for that not to get an entry confirmation or not to get my bias. I I take profits off of those SMTs because I know it could lead to a big reaction. And me as a scalper, my stop loss is so tight, or like in a 20-point range, so that SMT could bring a spike that would be bigger than 20 points, and it would
Mm.
take me out. Like I love asking those kind of questions of okay, how do you trade and get to know the other person's model. So I of course enjoyed the stream so much, and the thing is with me, and also like what I learned from streaming more and more in general and being a full-time host is that there is like your audience in general. There's gonna be people who are gonna be there to learn. There's gonna be people that are gonna be there to enjoy their time and just vibe, you know. So
Mhm.
um, when I started, usually what I would do is like I would basically try to be the teacher. Basically, I would just try to give an insane amount of value. And at a certain point, I understood that a lot of people who join are just here to vibe and just here to have someone to trade with because they already have their strategy in place, and they're not willing necessarily to switch their whole approach. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it's like having that mix. Also, yesterday we talked a lot about technical analysis, but then at the end, I would say like the last hour and a half or last hour, we flipped it and we definitely I asked questions to get to know him a little bit better, and I think that's of course something you learn to do as a host, of course. But that's really what I learned from the chat in general. And correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think that's uh, that's on point.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, even from my perspective as a new streamer, it's an understandable feeling as we're getting a little bit of a dump now. Rejected IB high and now testing IB mid. Um,
Yeah, there's a fight
struggle
here.
to
There's a huge fight.
yeah. Um,
Mm.
but in terms of yeah, as a new trader, I can understand that you get on and you almost wanna show build credibility, right? With
Hmm.
maybe your insight or the knowledge that you can bring to the table and that sort of thing. But um, it can come off, it's very easy to come off the wrong way, it seems. So I totally know. I understand what you mean. It takes like a balance between
Yeah.
just chilling and chopping it up.
100%.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on this candle closure here. So if we can close, kind of sweep IB mid and then close above it on this 5-minute candle, I'll consider sizing up on this candle. But you have what, 13 minutes left in your hourly,
Hmm.
right?
13 minutes left. I would say if we start spending some time below 90, I would definitely be looking for shorts. But this is a battle. Like right there, this is where we're gonna pick a side.
Mm. Mm. My brother in arms. I already exited my short. Maybe that was a mistake. Nice dub, Carl. Uh, it's Carl. Dude was on a whole other intellectual level. Is it Afiz? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Hafiz.
Yeah, yeah, smart guy for sure. I'm curious. After that stream, it made me curious and want to go check out some of his content. So
Yeah, me too.
definitely.
I was like, okay, because like what kind of trader is like more technical than someone else, and I knew he was very technical, but then I understood how deep it was yesterday. You know?
Hmm. So we are, looks like about one tick below that candle wick. About almost 2 points away from my stop loss right now. 1 minute left in this 5-minute candle. Curious to see how this closes. We push through EMA, VWAP, and IB mid, which doesn't seem to hold. Almost seems to invalidate if we close below this long. But I want to see it through. First trade of the IB strat. Got to make Joey proud. We got Schrodinger in the chat. Important tonight. $30 left in this candle. NQ is below 800. Doesn't seem to be slowing down.
Yeah, right now is like it's a big moment. 750 is always quite some volume, always quite a big candle. So let's see. There's gonna be 10 minutes for that hourly candle to close. At 50, there's always a big spike. Always. So let's see what happens here.
Let's see.
Now, let's go.
Gonna get stopped out for the first IB trade.
This candle ends up being an inside bar candle. It's gonna be hard for me to frame anything.
A ton of movement. Joey has the 25% IB marked out and the 75%.
Yeah.
I don't know if he trades them much, but if he does, it was a decent sweep in closure of the IB quarter. Is that what you call it? IB 25.
We could call it. I don't know. I don't know how they call those. I don't even. I don't use that terminology. I would say, really. But yeah, we could call it like IB quarter.
Just taking a quick glance at the calendar on TradingView, I don't see any Asian news coming out. It looks like UK news is going to have GDP data. We have PPI in the US tomorrow. And then on Friday, we have Michigan consumer sentiment, which seems to have some movement. On that data release.
Let's see.
Shade. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's moving. It's actually. I think you have. If it breaks
Like?
above 815 on NQ, like I'm definitely gonna try along with you.
I think if we close above 7769 IB mid, I might size up. I might size up.
Like that.
Shade was asking. So Asia IB is from 6 to 7 p.m. range. So it depends. So there's the Globex, which opens at 6, I think. Wait, I always get my time conversions
Yeah,
mixed
6
up.
to 7 p.m.
Yeah, 6 to 7. That's Globex. And then the Tokyo session opens at 8 p.m. So just for the sake of timing with the stream, we're trading off of the Globex IB Shade. He just says 25% of IB. Okay, we'll go with that. We got to put our little own little spin on it, right?
Yeah, a little twist for sure.
IB.
Nev said, wait, not gonna lie, Mouse, you're absolutely spot on about the host stuff. I personally watch y'all because if y'all was around my area, I would definitely kick it with you. Damn. Nevs, are you not the boxer? You said you were a boxer, no? I remember you saying this. The fact that y'all are cool, yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. The fact that y'all are cool and we're into the same stuff is reliable. Giving value is important too, but it's good to have. Yeah, 100%. I agree, Nevs.
Nev does seem cool.
Yeah.
Nev does seem cool. Seven minutes till the 8 p.m., 7 p.m. candle closes. You still have short bias? Or are you waiting for the 8:15 level to be tested?
Yes, so here, at this exact point, this candle is not telling me much information about what's gonna happen. Like it's too it's bullish, but it's inside bar. And it's not, I would say it's not if we break above 8:15, so like right now I'm basically playing off of the previous candle's range, since it's an inside bar, so exactly like yesterday. So here this candle is bearish, so if we do break, I would say back below like 93 and we flip below the opening price, I would try to target 81. But if we do break above very aggressively above 820, then I would try to target 831 for the open of Tokyo. So since we know this candle is 100% going to close as an inside bar, there's only 6 minutes left for that hourly candle to close. So I would use this bar as fuel in order to reach the previous hourly candle's higher low.
But that candle, like just looking at your fib tool there, it looks like it went past 50%, right? Almost 60%.
Yeah, it went 60%, but never, like I would have needed us to close above 75 for me to like truly look at longs. So far, like it is a very deep retracement, something that you don't necessarily want to see as a seller. But if you then reclaim the open, then I would be tempted to short back down. So it would have been just a longer distribution that took a lot of time to actually show up. But this is a very difficult scenario, I would say. This is more of a chop than anything else.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you're waiting for a little bit more confirmation since there's some invariability, it sounds like. But since we got that 755 candle that closed right at IB mid, I did not size up. I was hoping it would close above. So still kind of waiting, still sitting in this trade, but not loving it at the moment. 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left until Tokyo session opens.
Yep. I'm gonna try to take a trade if something clear shows up. If not, I'm gonna wait for around 8:15 and take a trade off of that. If the trade is clean. But I did not even ask for any likes, so that's crazy. Let's do 300 likes for the first like goal, then 400 for the second, 500 for the third, and 600 for the fourth. So we're currently 814 people watching the stream currently. Appreciate every single one of you guys that are showing love and being very active in the chat. But we're gonna run some big boy counts, some big giveaways now, because we always do that when I'm with Terrence. So let's run it, guys. Let's run the like goals right here. So first like goal 300, second 400, third 500, and fourth 600. I'm being generous today.
I
Let's
need
literally,
it. Chat.
that's free.
Come on, come on. I wonder if I should I do one last quick recap of how the orb strat went, since we got a few new folks who tuned in for the Tokyo Open.
I think, yeah, let me just try to take a trade if there is any at like the Tokyo Open, and then like you're still in your trade, right?
Yep, still in the trade. Yeah, good point. Yeah, we only have 2 minutes left until
Yeah,
the Open Tokyo sesh.
yeah. So yeah, after that, then we definitely do have like an easy 15 minutes to go over that.
Kate trades futures. You hit the like button in the afternoon, but this is the Asia sesh.
This is another session.
And rejection of IB mid. Interesting.
This is not an easy play.
So it sounds like, if I'm understanding correctly, actually, I'll let you do your thing. I know you're eyeing something.
Yeah, because it could pop in the last 1-2 minutes, especially that 959 bar. For some reason, within the last few weeks, has a pretty big history of being a pop.
About 1 minute left.
Let's see, chat. Let's see if we can take a scalp off of this.
Anybody in a trade chat right now for the Open? We got 1 minute left until Tokyo opens. I'm outside, bro. It was a tough day, Mexican dance, so I get it. New York session was tough. Good amount of people long in, good amount of people short in. Okay. Pulling on long 784. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a great entry. Okay. Chatting some nice trades. 20 seconds left until the Tokyo session opens. Chat, look at LeBron getting in the zone right now. Look at LeBron getting in the zone.
Laser don't pop now. It's kind of over.
Oh, are you in right now?
No, I'm not gonna answer now. Actually, it's just such a 50-50 at this point. I'll try to read it with the Open, but
it feels kind of bearish to me. Feeling like it wants to go. Oh yeah, there we go.
It get very wicky here, so you gotta watch out.
Buy low, sell lower.
No.
Okay,
so you're okay. That's good for you though.
Good. Are you in short?
No. I was gonna try to long this, but
all right. Terrell just grabbed a quick $400. Good stuff. Let's go. Need this long to keep pumping. Breaking close of IB mid right now on ES.
Oof. I'm gonna be patient here. It was kind of impossible for me to be in this move. I would say it just popped straight up, and the 7 p.m. 1 hour bar was just a full-on chop. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for more confirmations. Kind of unfortunate though. If we did have a close above, I'd say like 809, that would have been my target pretty easily.
Oh, just broke through that 829 that you had said.
Yeah.
You were targeting, right?
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, that's what I wanted to target actually.
Man, strong push.
Yeah. Is ES following like this or?
It is, yeah. I mean, it's not quite as strong. We just
Yeah,
broke through
it's not
IB,
as strong.
75% of IB. Broke through VWAP, EMA, and IB mid on this candle. So
I think you
it
need to
feels like,
trade NQ in the overnight session, though.
yeah, man, there's so much more movement.
Yeah,
So much more movement.
not even comparable at that point.
Yeah.
You would have gotten out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna start taking a look at that.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. I'm gonna trade off of that 15, guys. So let's see what happens. But overall, I would say had the read, but this candle was just impossible to really get a good understanding of how the 8 p.m. was gonna open. Really, quite impossible.
Already pumped 60 points.
Yeah.
No, 50 points.
Yeah, around 50 points now. Wow.
There's the push. Still in this long.
Okay, now it's going on ES. Now it looks like it's popping.
Mm.
So you said your take profit was 780.
Take profit is 780. Yeah.
Okay.
780. So still 8 points away from TP. Sitting 2 points in profit right now. Finally got the break of IB high. Yeah, I'm liking it. Just slow. Just like you said, ES is slow. Let's see where we at likes. You said 400?
Yeah, 400 for the second light goal. No. Wait, is it the second? I said 300 for the first. Yeah, 400 the second. So we need 500 and 600 for 2 more accounts.
Let's go.
Come on, guys. Come on, my brothers.
Natalie, nice win. TP on the funded. Justin, Terrence, I long after it closed higher than first 15-minute IB high. Oh, 15-minute. So orb. So the orb, 15-minute orb, IB, whatever you want to call it, high of Tokyo, and went for 10 points. Nice. That was the strat. That was the old strat. Now we're on to the IB. We're trading the IB off of Globex, 1 hour IB off of Globex. But nice. Just another pickup guy. Chart to have 15-minute next to the one.
Who caught these longs, guys? I want to know. Who caught these longs? Who's currently in longs with Terrence?
Come on, chat. Interesting. So that 8 p.m. candle pushed and broke below IB high again. It feels like IB high is like a brick wall right now. While NQ's just running.
Yeah.
Okay. Been in long since 29788. Holy smokes. Nice. Surf Mateo. Can you explain your strat, please? So it's Zach Trade. So right now what I'm doing is I'm evaluating the IB strat for Globex. So on my chart, I think we're on the Mosses right now, but we take the high of the range for the first hour of the Globex session, and the low from the first hour, and then the mid is also what we're evaluating as well. So we're playing rejections, we're playing breaking closures out past those levels. We're using other levels to support or refute our trade. So for example, VWAP and EMA are confirming or refuting our bias, and we're getting a nice little pushy on both NQ and ES. But yeah, so we had the break at, what was this? 735 of IB high, which initiated the long. We set our stop loss below IB low. I've just been riding it out.
It's moving right now.
Moving.
Good stuff. Good stuff, brother.
Let's see, what time does Asia open? So Tokyo opens at 8 p.m. The Globex session, or the new trading day, opens at 5 p.m.
Let's see if I can catch a play here. I'm definitely looking to take a long if we remain strong. Someone said, "I don't believe you're in longs, not gonna lie." It's literally in front of you. I was not, but Terrence was, of course.
Lumi scalped some longs, nice. Didn't want to trade, but you can take, you can take the trader out of the stream, but you can't take, no, that's not right. Good stuff, Lumi. Just another
Good
pickup
stuff,
guy.
good
What
stuff.
indicator, Tim? So this is Joey's indicator, actually. Joey Morgan's indicator. So IB first hour. It's labeled under his name. It's a solid one. Like it a lot.
All right, chat. How many likes do we have now? Let's see, because we gotta run some giveaways. 418. Let's get to 500 for another account. So we'll be giving away one account of each, basically. A 25K, a 50K, a 100K, and a 150. But we can only get to the 150 if we reach 600 likes. So currently we, I owe you guys a 25 and a 50. And then Terrence will owe you the 100 and the 150 if you guys reach that. He's gonna choose the words for that. All right.
Let's go, chat. I'm seeing some love for the Sonics jersey.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So who
Gary
are
Payton.
someone said who are you repping?
Gary Payton, baby.
Gary Payton.
Seattle legend. The glove.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm?
I have no
We got
clue who he is, but I was like,
OG,
bro.
OG. He's like 90s legend.
Oh yeah.
Before the Seahawks won a championship, what was that, 2014 or something like that, the Sonics were the only team in Seattle to win a championship. Yes, let's go. We finally got some Braun love.
Let's go.
There we go. Let's get an account over to Kiwi Trades. Free account, 150K. No, just joking, Kiwi. What's the exact time of IB first hour? So it depends which session you're using, Exact Trades. So right now I'm going off of the Globex. So it goes from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's the 1 hour range. Sets a high and low from that level. But that was primarily just because I wanted to get trades on stream. That's why we're evaluating this. Tokyo IB, I think, would be a little bit more interesting to evaluate, but wanted to take some stream trades on stream, so that's why we're doing the Globex IB.
By the way, guys. Yeah, by the way, before we start getting in another trade or the giveaway, we have game night tonight. And I know a lot of you guys are sleeping on the game night, but they run hella giveaways. And let me tell you one thing about those guys that are running the game night. These guys are absolutely hilarious in real life too. All right, you have JP, Dan. I don't know who else is gonna be there. I don't know if Tyler's gonna be there, but we have also Spud usually that is there, and we have Drew. That's usually the main squad. So I would say I remember the first time I met JP, probably one of those guys who just, when you're with them, you just smile because this guy is just too funny. And also, you know, a guy that has a funny laugh, or that guy has a funny laugh. Like, he makes me laugh just by laughing. So make sure to watch it. They're gonna run hella giveaways also. So yeah, Those are the
Yeah,
bros for sure. You were gonna ask me something, Terrence.
I think it was something about sports because you were talking about hockey earlier. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. You had mentioned the Montreal Canadiens.
Hmm.
I haven't really watched much hockey,
Yeah.
but I feel like if you're Canadian, you have to, right? It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to.
non-negotiable. Okay.
You like even me. Like I'm African. Okay, I'm born in Africa, Algeria, and usually I would say like people that are from my home country, when they come to Canada, they don't know how to skate really, or play hockey. But I'm the complete opposite. I did
Hmm.
not play like in a team, but I played outside. I just played hockey growing up so much every single day, in my neighborhood, and this was some absolute good time. I'm telling you. Uh, I was the youngest always, so I was always the one that got bullied into going to goalie. They're like, put the pads on, bro. I was putting the pads in, but it was definitely a
Dang.
good time. I know how to skate. I'm not bad at hockey at all. I'm actually pretty decent for sure.
Somebody said that the goalie is oftentimes like the not the captain, but like the commander of the defense, right? Like they're telling people what to do and stuff like that. Is that true?
Sure. I actually like that in a sense. I don't know because I never truly played like in a team. I only played like in the during winters we have stuff outside where we can play.
Hmm.
It's really more for fun. But I would guess he has definitely a big impact on the two defenders for sure.
You ever see the
Especially
goalie?
when they're like in a power play or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Bro,
Yeah.
you ever see the goalies from back in the day that like didn't wear the masks and wore like the bro, like,
Yes.
heck no.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is freaking crazy.
Man.
Yeah. Those guys, just hockey in general, like I did not know how violent this sport was until I truly watched like 40 games this year. I truly like watched 40 games
Oh
of
dang.
Montreal Canadiens. Like I watched a lot of games. I'm gonna be in. Okay, so I'm in the long, guys.
Oh, let's go.
Let's see if I can scalp this. See if I can be aggressive on that one too. Come on. I'm willing to let it some more room to breathe.
That 810 candle closed right above 75% of IB. What's the target here?
Depending on if we have an instant reaction or not. If we do have an instant reaction from my entry, the target is gonna be like 68. But if we do dig deeper, then I'll let the target at 76.
Hmm.
We're gonna dig within this probably this 5-minute gap. Let's see if we can hold this.
Yeah, Stepman said, man, ES didn't do crap compared to NQ. Yeah, a lot less movement. Low and slow, ES. Where are we at with the likes while both Amos and I are in a trade right now? Where you at,
Yeah,
chat?
both in longs. Yeah,
Both in longs. Both in
yeah.
longs.
We're okay. So once we pop back above 56 here, my stop loss is gonna be at 42. So then my target is gonna be different with that quick scalp.
Let's say I'm using IB on ES right now. So this is the Globex IB. Dripping. Yeah, nice little pump on gold.
We have a deep retracement here on NQ, back to that 5-minute gap. This is pretty much my last line of defense. If we don't bounce from this gap and flip on the 5, we're pretty much cooked. So I need us to start trading back above 48 within the next minute, or it's over. And best case scenario, we push now. We start trading back above 52, and also this 5-minute candle's opening price from this print, and I put my stop loss below 38. I don't want us to dig deeper within this range, really, especially at this time. I would want this next 5 to point towards my draw.
Kesujitsu, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'm not sure if you're talking about the indicator on Moss's screen or my screen. I'm using Joey Morgan's IB, first hour. Yunasan Perry, I hear you talking about. Fine, no account for you. He said, if Bron's the GOAT, I don't want the free account. All right.
He went to 10 finals, bro. You gotta give it to him, bro. 10 finals. With the thing is, he did not have good teams. Like, he pretty much had teams that were pretty mid most of the time.
I mean, you always hear people talking about the argument of like, what happened to LeBron's teams when he left them? Like, for example, the Cavs went from an NBA Finals team to not even making the playoffs. Worst team in the league. LeBron, he left his league and left the team when they broke the single season winning record, and then they won like 3 less games or something like that the next year. He's been on the most and second best player on his team in the league, Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, 96 Bulls were just different for sure.
Do you guys execute in TradingView or Tradeify? I execute in Tradeify and then just log in on TradingView so that my trade can show on stream. Do you execute in TradingView?
Yeah. Stop loss is at 3.7 right here. We put in the most recent low. I'm gonna go break even very soon. I just need to pop back towards 66 and we're good. Oh, even a little bit higher, 70. So looks pretty good. That 5-minute just closed. Brand new one opens. I would want us to be able to push above that high, use it as stops, and run back towards the 70s. So let's see. I'm gonna be break even right here. I'm not letting this come back to me. This should be a pretty good dub here. 22 points. Come on, come on, chat. Come on, chat. Hype it up. Hype it up. Come on, chat. There's gonna be a W right there. I smell it. You can feel it.
I like that. Like that.
You gotta use this highest stops. Come on. You gotta run aggressively above that high. Can't pull back. Don't have too much room.
You break even right now?
Yeah, already break even right here. You need to see that next candle push without even tapping the gap, really. If we tap the gap, it's over.
I can't have another break even trade while I'm on stream with you, bro.
Yeah. It has to stop. It actually has to stop. It has to run now. Come on, guys.
$517 likes. We got 900 people in here. Come on,
Come
chat.
on, guys.
Run it up. We get that 600 mark. We get another givey, and I get to put LeBron as the GOAT as the giveaway code.
I vouch this giveaway code right here. No. L push above that 15-minute high. Oh my God, Terrence. Went 0.1 handle away from hitting my stop loss.
Let's
Holy
go, pump it.
shit. Yeah, it has to go now. Just act as if you took my stops. Just act like I just got stopped out to break even and I'm watching the chart. If that was the case, price would just run 100 handles to the upside. That's literally every time.
Chat is crazy, bro. They said, I refuse to type LeBron is a GOAT even if it's a giveaway. Then I don't want it. LeBron is the mule. You guys are haters.
Bro, easy, bro.
EG, you know you're wrong for that. LeBron is the GOAT. Kobe was better than he was. I love Kobe. Mamba mentality is undefeated, but when it comes down to hooping, there's nobody better than LeBron.
Yeah, yeah. I think you guys are... Anyone saying Kobe's better than LeBron is absolutely tweaking, in my opinion.
Yep, I've heard all I need to know at that point once I hear that from somebody.
Yeah. Even Kevin Durant is better. That debate. Kevin Durant is better than Kobe.
I thought you were saying than LeBron. I was like,
No,
what?
no.
Bro, dang, bro, switched up on me.
Never, never. No one's better than LeBron.
Michael Jackson is dope. Oh, yeah, somebody mentioned it in the chat. So Gary Payton, this jersey, his son plays for the Warriors right now. You said you like the Warriors, right?
Yeah. No way, that's his son.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Did Steph Curry's father play for the league also?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then there's Seth, also his brother.
Yeah, what's his dad's name? Denzel Curry or something like that. Something like that.
I think Denzel Curry is like I think he's like a rapper or something.
What? Oh, you're right, bro. You're right.
I think he did the XXL 2016.
You're right. Oh my gosh.
I'm tapped in, bro. Oh shit, it's moving above 65. Come on, guys. Let's rip it above 73. Run it. Come on, come on.
Del Curry. Thank you, production. That was close.
Del Curry. Yeah.
Dang, Amos, you know the game like that? Are you into rap?
The rap? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely know a lot from the rap game.
Okay.
Ask me anything. Not too deep though, not also too don't ask me anything about 50 cents or like that's too old for me.
The old stuff.
Yeah, ask me about some Lil Uzi Vert or
Dang, really?
I started listening to all of that back in like what 2015 when I was in a freshman in high school, 2015.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what was
popping at that time was like the rap songs with melody. Like Juice WRLD.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Lil
Okay.
Tecca. I don't know if you know him. All the Lil, everyone with Lil in his name was known at that time.
All the Lils. Lil Durk. Yeah.
All the Lil, yeah. Yeah.
I actually used to really.
Yeah, Triple X was up there for sure at that time.
R.I.P.
Don't tell me I'm gonna get stopped out to break even. Stopped out. Price just not moving.
There we go. There's Curly Trader in the chat. Did I hear 50 cents? Yeah. Oh shoot. Dumpy.
Break even. Fourth break even of the week. No. Yeah. Got stop to break even here on this trade. So yeah, fourth break even this week. 2 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday. It just doesn't want to pop. You know, I have the good read, but I guess I need to DCA more into my trades and be more heavy to the most recent high. Yeah, so let's run the giveaways now. How many likes do we have, chat?
Not enough. Run it up, chat. One last push.
543. Okay, so for the 150k select, we need 600. I told you guys. So all right, let me do the first 2 words. Give me some inspiration, chat, for the first 2 words, and then Terran's gonna do the last 2. So
Let's go. We are below IB high. Then should go lower. Yeah, we got 2 minutes left until this candle closes. I'm considering if we close above this IB mid, potentially sizing up. Looks like it's almost a bull flagging on NQ. So let's see. That is crazy.
all right, first word, Denzel Curry. First word, Denzel Curry. So you can spam it in the chat right there. Denzel Curry being Steph Curry's dad.
Now I need to go bump some Denzel Curry. I actually do like I think Denzel Curry is more like a lo-fi hip hop type of dude, right? Like more chill hip hop.
Yeah, he's more chill. I like him too.
I like stuff like that, like Code of the Friend or like Mouse Monday. I don't know if you bump that stuff. That's like more low key stuff.
I don't know.
Amine? I don't know if you know Amine.
I'm in.
I think it's Amine. Yeah, AMINE. Accent aigu, I believe.
Nah. Okay, yeah. I mean, okay. So let's select the first winner. Congrats, The Dark Confessions. You won a 25k select. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description. Now let me run the second word, which will be what can we do as a second word? That was funny. The producer said LeBron not the GOAT. Oh shit.
Crazy.
Is that how we type the name? Tony, just okay, that's good. Alright, bet.
Sized up on that Globex IB mid.
Okay, so you're in again?
Yep, I sized up, so I'm in 1 mini right now, or 10 micros.
Alright, second word is Gary Payton.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm learning from you, Terrence. I gotta know the OGs. I know the OGs.
Yeah, the legend, baby.
Yeah.
I already know what my next word is gonna be, but I need that 600 chat. Come on.
Alright, let's select the winner right now. Congrats, Sorrel Golf. Congrats, you won a 50k select account. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description. Now, Terrence, are you on Slack?
No, I'm not, bro.
Oh, okay, damn, that's kicked. I need to do the next words then.
I could put it in the chat right here. I think.
Which chat? Oh no, because like no. The producer has to put it first.
No, I'm talking about the Ninja Video Ninja chat.
Oh, can you read it, Tony? Can you read that? Okay, that's good. Yeah, put that in the chat, man. And I did not even know there was a chat there. I think once I try to write down there and
yeah. Yep. Chat will know. If you know, you know, chat.
no, damn. Damn. Okay. That's such a good word. Okay. That is such a good word, Terrence. You're him. Damn.
Let's go.
Damn. Okay.
All right, chat. I'll let you do it because I don't have the admin. Admin chat.
0.1%. Damn, that's the word. If you guys were there during the stream, you guys know that is such a tough word right here. I'm impressed, Terrence. Damn.
0.1%, baby.
0.1%. 6'5". 211. Light skin. All right.
Man, the intro.
I think I introed you once like that, no?
Oh yeah, I will never forget it. 100%. Let's go. I love it. Oh dang, we already went past time too.
Yeah. All right, let's select the winner right now.
Congrats, Twins fan 999. Every Wednesday, bro.
Yeah, every time. Oh shit. Okay, now let me do the last word. Oh shit.
Chat, don't forget to stay tuned for the game night. Some hilarious stuff going on in that game night. Can't remember what they're playing. Is it the painting game or whatever? Oh, they're gambling. They're going gambling.
No way, you guys are gambling for real?
I
No
love
way. Oh my god, yeah, I might jump in. All right, last word. LeBron is the GOAT. I don't want to hear shit.
I was waiting for that.
Look at that.
I might need to screenshot this chat once everybody types it. Yeah, let's go.
LeBron is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Dan.
What up, Dan?
And my brother.
Oh. All good, brother. All good. All good.
All right, let's select the winner. Congrats, B. Okay, I cannot say that, but BI8327. Congrats, brother. You won a 150K select account. So the first person won a 25K, then the second 50, the third 100, and now 150. It was a pleasure to be with you guys tonight. We took I took a trade. It was a break-even trade, and Terrence is still in his trade. We have the game night tonight, so make sure to tune in. These guys are absolutely hilarious, and they're going to be gambling. So I might as well jump in after I'm done with dinner. So again, thank you guys so much. Any closing words, Terrence?
Man, always such a blessing to get to come on and chop it up with you, Amos. Kick it with the best chat of the day, the Asia session.
Hell yeah.
Man, LeBron's the GOAT. Don't forget it.
LeBron's the GOAT.
Good day.
Yeah. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a blessed night.
Peace.